So we made it through another week. Congrats to us. And it felt like it was a better than average week in our new now. I think we ended the week with some good news, and some not as good news, but I think overall we're seeing that the social distancing is working. We are kind of outperforming the original projections in terms of illness and loss. There's still a tremendous amount of both going on, but in the grand scope of things, it sounds like we're winning and we're doing great. Which, as I said, a couple days ago, congrats to you guys. It is a team effort, and as long as we all stay responsible for our own actions in this, we're gonna do great. Also saw that. Governor Pritzker did decide to close schools through the end of this school year. If you didn't know that yet, now you know. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. My kids aren't in school as of yet. My youngest will go to kindergarten next year, but they are both in daycare. And where it hasn't been officially announced yet, I know that the daycare had previously talked about, obviously they can't necessarily stay open if the schools can't. That was kind of where they were looking to follow the parallel. So I'm obviously dealing with that as a parent as well, of understanding that this new norm is going to be a longer new norm. But in the grand scope of things, I think if we kind of remain positive in the sense that there are a lot of things that are working, and the reason it's being done is because we're seeing success in it. I think that's really what we have to hold on to. On a real estate front, obviously another week of ups and downs, as I keep saying. It's ever changing. I mean, every day is a new adventure in what we're doing. Confidences are up, confidences are down, transactions are happening, transactions are not happening. Every day is a little bit different. Even if you watch one of these videos a couple days out afterwards, you might say, hey, Amanda was crazy for saying that. Where I don't think I was necessarily crazy, but I was relevant on what was happening then. The interesting thing, though, just to kind of a short little tidbit, I did think that it was interesting to see we had more showing requests at our listings this week that we have in the previous 3 weeks leading up to this. So we are seeing that people are getting out there a little bit more, obviously under a very, very safe protocol. But we are seeing that starts to happen. Now, I think that could be a combination. I think as we get further into the spring, we've got more people that are running into their deadlines for move dates, and I think just we're getting better at being safer. That's kind of, every week we get better at what we're doing in terms of our protocol, and I think we're just getting to a point where consumers are feeling a little bit safer, and both from a seller side and a buyer side. So I think that those are all really good things. Tonight I'm going to get a little bit off topic, just because I tend to do that from time to time, and hopefully I'm going to try and keep myself really short tonight. But I think there is something worth recognizing, and I wanted to do that with you guys. Essentially, I just learned of a kind of a COVID-19 response fund that the city had been organizing, and I just heard about it within the last week or so, and I wanted to do my part to make sure other people knew about it as well, because I figured if I hadn't really heard much about it in the first few weeks of its inception, then there was a good chance that other people hadn't either. So what we saw was the city of Chicago got together with the United Way Metro Chicago and the Chicago Trust Bank. The three of them got together as kind of bigger powerhouses to form the Chicago Community COVID-19 Response Fund. And essentially, this is supposed to be a collaborative effort using some larger philanthropic availability to raise awareness and raise more money for some smaller charitable organizations that just don't have the bandwidth or the ability to do so on their own. So essentially, those three powerhouses came together, created the fund, and then as they raise money and awareness, they are dispersing the money that they raise to small organizations, which I think is great. I know I've talked a lot about we're supporting one another in this. We're supporting small businesses. We're supporting restaurants. We're supporting all of our people to make sure our economy keeps going. But I think it is also important to realize that there are people out there outside of those that need more charitable type of assistance in this. And that's why what we're doing at Chicago Home Partners, trying to raise a little bit of awareness to this. And in fact, we're going to try and make it really easy on everyone, and I don't know, maybe a little fun too. But myself and all of my team members, what we're doing for this weekend through the end of Sunday is we're giving you the opportunity to help spread some of this awareness and help earn money for this organization. All of us on our Instagram and Facebook accounts have recently posted something that looks a little bit like that. Okay, so if you go to any one of our pages, as I said, on Instagram or on Facebook, and you like it and you share it, you're going to be doing a couple of things. You're going to be raising awareness for the fund, which I think is fantastic. More importantly, for everybody that likes it, we are going to contribute $5 on your behalf. Our hope is to raise a lot of money and a lot of awareness for this fund so that we can help some of the more charitable organizations that don't have a big voice for that perspective. So that's really it for tonight. Go to our social media pages. You don't need to follow us. Hopefully you are anyways, but you don't need to follow us. All you need to do is like that post. Ideally share it so that you can encourage other people to know about this fund if they don't. And that's it. We're going to donate money on your behalf. So on that note, be kind. Be kind to one another. Be kind to yourself. Take care of one another. Take care of yourself. Be responsible for your actions in this. Support small businesses. Just keep doing a great job. We are getting through this each day. Even if the timelines seem like they're getting longer, they probably are, but we are getting closer to that end. We are getting closer to learning what our new normal is going to be after this. And I'm looking forward to getting through it with all of you. Thanks so much and have a great night.